guys. I'm really aware that we have started our study in John. We had a beautiful time reading through the first 11 chapters together, 12 chapters, and then we've come to Jesus' word to the disciples in the upper room. I'm aware that with our interviews and then this week the addition of an equipping evening with David Bareham, we're not going to have time together in John for quite a while. So I just felt I would get some bits and thoughts out to you guys. Hopefully this won't be this isn't planned to be a lengthy sermon of any sort, more just some thoughts, a bit of devotion, a bit of time in this together for us to listen to the same thing, hear the same thing together. So we are in John 14. We've looked at how Jesus commanded his followers to love one another. We've looked at how Jesus modelled that in washing the disciples' feet and what that pointed to in terms of the cross. And last week, Richard helped us really think so clearly about Jesus being the way, the truth and the life, and what it means that he goes to the Father and we are found in him and what that means for us. So we come to verse 12 to 14. I'm going to read verses 12 to 14, but really we're just going to look at verse 12 today, and not even the whole of verse 12, just one element of it, and you'll see why. So it says, "Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever believes in me will also do the works that I do, and greater works than these will he do, because I am going to the Father. Whatever you ask in my name, this I will do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask me anything in my name, I will do it." Wow. Just incredible verses. Whoever believes in me will do the works that I do, and greater works than these will he do. If you ask me anything in my name, I will do it. Incredible verses. Not unperplexing though. Perplexing verses. They have stumped people in their totality, in their holisticness, in that they say everything. You will do greater works than I do. I will do all that you ask. They're kind of perplexing for us to get our heads around, but powerfully inspiring as well. And there's really, I guess there's three particular things that Jesus says to us here. First, that we'll do the works that Jesus did. Whoever believes in me will also do the works that I do. More than that, you'll do greater works. And number two, you'll do in some way greater works than these will he do. Incredible. And thirdly, that as a means to this, we have access to Jesus through prayer. That as we ask, he hears and answers. So I'm going to break this into those three parts. Do the works Jesus did, greater works. As a means to that, you have access to Jesus in prayer. And today, really, I just want to focus on this first one, that we'll do the works that Jesus did. So the first thing in this that it's really important to identify is that it says, whoever believes in me. This is something for all believers. It's not just directed at the apostles there in the room or the disciples there. It's directed at all believers. Whoever believes in me will do the works that I do. Jesus uses that phrase, whoever believes, throughout the New Testament. We actually looked at the Gospels, and particularly John picks up on it, and we looked at it together when we looked at John 7:38, where he says, whoever believes in me, out of his heart will come streams of living water. Whoever believes. It's the normal Christian life. It's whoever believes. It's for us. And then we read that and we say, whoever believes in me will do the works that I do. And here's where it gets perplexing. What is he meaning there? Because we think of Jesus' works and we think of miracles. We think of him turning water into wine, of him feeding the 5,000 with just those loaves and fishes in that basket. We think of him walking on water. We think of him raising Lazarus from the dead. And we think, is that what Jesus is saying? But then we've got to take the context of the New Testament. We've got to look at, like 1 Corinthians, where it says to each is given the manifestation of the Spirit. Or in Peter, like we shared yesterday. And it doesn't seem to me that that's what it can be talking about, because throughout the New Testament we have this sense, as you're all given a manifestation of the Spirit. To some, the gift of healing. To some, the gift of hospitality. To others, to preach, to lead. To some, miracles. So it can't be quite talking about that. To really get our heads around it, I think we have to just have a quick look at verse 11. Because in verse 11 he talks about the works, his works. So in verse 11 it says, "Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father is in me." So it's where he's giving that command that we looked at last week. Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father is in me, or else believe on account of the works themselves. So what are the works of Jesus? They're all the things that point people towards him. They're all the things that point towards him and believing in him. That's the works that Jesus is talking about. Jesus' works led us to faith. They lead us to faith. That's what he's saying. Believe in me that I am in the Father and the Father is in me, or else believe on account of the works themselves. So Jesus' works lead to faith. So our works, what he's talking about here, you will do the works that I do. They're the things that you will do that lead people to Jesus, that point towards him. You will do the works that I do. You will point people to me. You will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in Judea, in Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. You will be my witnesses to Tottenham. That's what he's talking about. All believers, out of you will flow streams of living water. And we will point to the one who is the true living water. That's the normal Christian life. We may work miracles. We may see miracles. We may see healings. I trust that we will. I believe that we will. We will see incredible times with the outpouring of his Spirit amongst us. Some of us will be preaching. Some of us will be serving with abundant hospitality. We'll be serving in all sorts of ways. And in all these ways, we will point to him. That's the normal Christian life. That our lives, that our works, that all that we do points towards Jesus and believing in him. All right, guys, I'm going to say goodbye there. And at some point later this week, maybe tomorrow, who knows, I will come back and we'll talk about greater works than these will he do, because I'm going to the Father. If we're talking about perplexing, we're going to get perplexing there. All right, guys, love you all. Speak soon. Bye.